What's going on, guys? My name is Joey Gomez. I'm fighting for Reality Fighting January 4th for the 135-pound world title. Why did you get into fighting? I think the biggest reason I got into fighting was I needed an outlet, something to do other than, partying like all my other friends were. And I wanted something to aspire and to try to do something new and to better myself. I also was longing for that, you know, desire to compete, and there's no other more intense way to compete than in a fist fight. When two people have an altercation, they don't play chess. No, they fist fight, and that's something to me is just, I don't know. It's the rawest form of competition, I guess. What do you know about your next opponent? My opponent that I'm getting ready to fight is Joe Cushman. I know he trains out of Joe Lozon's gym in Boston. I know he's been fighting since like 2005. He's been fighting for a really long time, and he's a huge name around here. Obviously me being from California, I don't really have that strong of a following yet, but I'm looking to change that soon. And but I know he's a really known well guy. He's a real strong wrestler, and he comes to fight, and he's been at it for a really, really long time. He's a gamer. He likes to stand in the pocket and trade, and then when he's not trading, he's obviously setting up the takedown with punches. What weight do you walk around? When did you start cutting weight? I normally walk around when I'm in shape at about 155 to 153 pounds. I had a long layoff this last fight, about 6 months, so I came back in the gym at about 163, and tonight I weighed myself and I'm 147.8, so that gives you a good estimate of how much weight that I've dropped. I've got about, what is that, 12 more pounds to go, but weight cutting is a part of the game, and it's a science, and it's something you just got to get used to and you got to be good at. So I mean, normally I'm only cutting about 20 pounds, but this time it's more like 30. What's your favorite part about fighting? My favorite part about fighting is winning, obviously. Uh, but other than winning, I think actually just getting in there and overcoming all your fears and unlocking yourself in a cage with another human being that's trying to take your head off. I think that's my favorite part. Just the raw excitement. I don't fight emotionally, but after the fight's over, there's so many emotions going through me at the moment. It's overwhelming. So, like you're half crying, half screaming, just half laughing. It's really hard to explain other than if you've never done it before. What's your most memorable moment in MMA to date? My most memorable moment in MMA is probably when I fought in Vegas. I fought for Tough Enough as an amateur, and it was fighting in Vegas, the fight capital of the world. It was awesome. It was my first time fighting on a big show, and I was still just fighting as an amateur. I fought a guy that was like 13-1, and I ended up beating him like a minute and 30 seconds into the first round. But I took him down, was beating on him on top for a little bit, and I grabbed his foot and I threw him by, and I came over the top with an overhand right. I ended up breaking the guy's orbital socket, and stopped the referee stopped the fight. But that was just, I've never hit somebody that hard with that much force that clean before, and I felt horrible for the guy. His name was Alessio Velasquez. I felt horrible, but it's a sport. I told him I was sorry after, but that was definitely something I've never experienced before. What do you do for a living other than fighting? Currently, I am a diesel technician with McDevitt Trucks in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, and that's how I pay the bills. I work Tuesday through Saturday, 10:30 to 7, and I'm in the gym from 7:30 sometimes till 10:30, almost 11 o'clock at night. Anything to get the training in. I've got a little daughter, and it requires a lot of sacrificing, and I've also got a wife, so I don't get to see them very often when I'm in camp, but they understand what I'm doing, they support me, and it's all worth it at the end of the night when I get my hand race and get paid.